In Lower Manhattan, you are the owner of one of the companies that shape the global economy. Your office is equipped with high-end technology, and you have an impressive work desk. Through the glass of your office, you look down and watch heads of state and investors entering the building. They are stepping into a world of million-dollar decisions, closed-door meetings, and money-changing direction. And you are at the head of this massive management center. You control a huge financial system with $60 trillion in trading volume. That number means holding more financial power than the economic strength of America. Germany, the United Kingdom, France, Italy, Japan, China, and every other country in the world combined. Every day, you monitor and influence the US and global stock markets. You track cryptocurrency movements, help determine the value of stocks, and buy and sell tons of gold. You have more than 507,000 gold bars, which means more than 6,000 tons of gold in reserves. You have no room for mistakes. To see these levels in order, you need to watch the video until the end without skipping. Subscribe to the channel. Let's begin. Level 1. Your first step inside Wall Street. The first level begins when you finally get the chance to enter the building. You are not powerful yet. You are not important yet. You are the new person with a visitor badge, a clean shirt, a nervous smile, and a calendar full of orientation meetings. The office feels sharper than anything you are used to. Your desk is not impressive. It is a small station with a laptop, a second monitor, a headset, and a few printed pages that already look more complicated than the tasks you expected. But this small desk changes your life, because it is the beginning of the road toward your goals. You hear terms that once felt distant become part of normal conversation. You see how a presentation can move from a junior employee's screen into a senior meeting room, and then become part of a decision involving millions, even billions of dollars. At this level, your daily rhythm is structured by tasks. You update spreadsheets, clean data, check numbers, format slides, and organize files. Your income is higher than before, but it does not feel like freedom yet. It feels like an entry point. The micro-truth is simple. At the first level of Wall Street, you do not gain power, you gain access. Level 2, the pressure of a junior analyst. The second level begins when access turns into pressure. You are now a junior analyst, and the office no longer feels like a movie set. It feels like a machine that never fully stops. Your calendar fills with internal meetings, client deadlines, model revisions, and small requests that arrive with quiet urgency. The first major change is your relationship with time. It becomes difficult to define a normal day, because your work does not end when the sun sets outside the office window. Your screen becomes the center of your world. Financial models, pitch decks, company profiles, and market data begin to replace the comfortable rhythm of your old life. You learn to eat quickly, respond to messages professionally, and notice small errors in numbers, because one mistake can damage the trust of an entire team. At this level, your income gives you more comfort, but comfort does not mean ease. The real upgrade is discipline. You become faster, sharper, and more controlled. You learn how to speak with less emotion and more precision. Your professional circle also begins to change. You are now surrounded by analysts, associates, vice presidents, clients, and people who discuss capital, markets, and strategy as casually as daily weather. The micro-truth of the second level is clear. Wall Street does not only test what you know, it tests how well you perform when the room expects you to grow quickly. Level 3. Becoming useful. Third level begins when you stop feeling like a visitor and start becoming useful. You are still junior, but now people know your name because your work appears in materials that senior bankers actually read. A company is no longer just a name or a building. It is revenue, profit margin, debt, growth, risk, market position, and future potential. A deal is no longer just a headline. It is a negotiation, a story, a structure, and a financial argument that must convince serious people to move serious money. Your confidence grows quietly through repetition, competence, and the realization that your work can survive review. You enter meeting rooms not just with questions, but with prepared materials. You listen to senior people discuss clients, valuations, market timing, and strategy, and for the first time, you can follow the logic. At the third level, your income continues to rise, but the bigger change is professional identity. You are no longer just someone who wants to work in finance. You are becoming a finance professional. And when that identity starts to feel real, the next stage becomes much more serious. Because Wall Street rewards people who can complete tasks, but it promotes people who can take responsibility. Level 4. Visible responsibility. Fourth level begins when responsibility becomes visible. You are no longer just preparing work that other people control. Now you are trusted to own parts of the process, speak in internal discussions, explain assumptions, and defend why a number on the screen should be taken seriously. Your desk looks similar, but your position inside the office has changed. People come to you for answers. A senior banker asks you for the latest market update before a client call. At this level, your life becomes less about surviving tasks and more about managing judgment. Your income rises enough to change your routine. You can afford a better apartment, sharper clothes, nicer restaurants, and small luxuries that once felt distant. But the real change is not spending. It is the way you carry yourself. You enter the office with less hesitation, because now you know the language. You understand why one company is attractive, why another is risky, why timing matters, and why confidence must be supported by evidence. The micro-truth of the fourth level is simple. When Wall Street starts trusting your judgment, your life stops feeling like an entry point and starts feeling like a profession. Level 5. Closer to clients. The fifth level begins when your world expands beyond your own screen. You are closer to clients, meetings and decisions that happen outside the private rhythm of spreadsheets. Your day includes preparation calls, conference rooms, printed presentations, strategy notes, and moments where tone matters as much as numbers. You begin to see that finance is not only technical, it is also social. A client does not only buy analysis, they buy trust, timing, judgment, and the feeling that you understand the risks. At this level, your professional circle rises again. You meet founders, executives, lawyers, consultants, investors, and senior bankers who move calmly through rooms. Because they have learned how to make complex decisions look controlled, your status changes. Quietly, people outside the industry begin to treat your job title differently, and when you sit down for dinner, your stories no longer sound like normal office stories. They sound more impressive. They feel like glimpses into a world where companies, capital, and careers are repositioned. Your income brings more freedom, but your time becomes more expensive. You can buy a better watch, but you cannot always buy a free evening. You can choose a better apartment, but many nights you are still working in your office. The micro-truth of the fifth level is that status is not only what people see, it is also what your calendar begins to take from you. Level 6. Deal ownership. The sixth level begins when you move from supporting deals to influencing how they develop. You are now a rising deal professional, and your role becomes a bridge between the junior team executing the work and the senior team managing the client relationship. Your phone matters more. Your messages matter more. Your ability to catch problems before they become visible can protect the entire process. At this level, the office no longer feels like a single room. It feels like a control center filled with reviews and deadlines. Your responsibility expands from work product to people. You correct the analyst without damaging their confidence. You challenge the associate without creating chaos. You turn a senior banker's unclear direction into something the team can actually execute. Leadership begins here. Before the title fully announces it, your income now begins to feel like real financial freedom. You can invest more seriously, travel better, and begin building personal wealth with the same discipline you once applied to client work. But you also learn that higher income does not automatically mean control. If your lifestyle rises faster than your awareness, Wall Street can make you look successful while trapping you inside expensive habits. The micro-truth of the sixth level is sharp. The higher you climb, the more money becomes not a trophy, but a tool. Level 7. Influence and status. The seventh level begins when your name becomes attached to outcomes. You are no longer invisible behind the presentation. You are in the room before meetings, helping shape the message, anticipating objections, and deciding which angle will make the client trust the recommendation. This is the level where Wall Street starts to feel powerful. Not because you own the system, but because you know you have a voice inside it. A single meeting can change the direction of a company. A single valuation range can shape expectations. Your environment rises again. Rooms become quieter, tables become longer, views become higher, and conversations become more selective. People do not speak louder to show their importance. They speak with precision, because at this level, one careless sentence can change how serious people interpret risk. Your confidence becomes calmer. You no longer need to prove that you belong in every room. You focus on reading the room, understanding incentives, and knowing when to speak, because the right sentence at the right moment can carry more weight than a long explanation. Your social circle now includes people who think in terms of markets, ownership, reputation, and long-term positioning. The buildings outside are no longer just buildings. They are headquarters, lenders, advisors, clients, competitors, and opportunities stacked into the skyline. But this level creates the first real illusion of power, because being close to major decisions can make you feel bigger than you are. You may see billion-dollar numbers every day, but those numbers are not your wealth. You may sit next to powerful people, but their influence does not automatically become your influence. The micro-truth of the 7th level is what Wall Street teaches quietly. Access can look like power, but real power begins only when you can make decisions that remain strong without waiting for applause from the room. Your clothes are sharper, your network is stronger, your income is higher, and your understanding of money is more strategic than ever. But the next levels are different, because after you learn how Wall Street works, the real question becomes whether you can help guide where the money goes. Level 8, Strategic Direction. The 8th level begins when you move from managing the work to shaping the direction. You are now close enough to senior leadership that your day is built not only around execution, but around choices. A client no longer asks you for a simple update. They ask what the market will tolerate, which buyers should be approached, when a transaction should move forward, and how a company should position itself before making a serious decision. Your office feels calmer, but the stakes are bigger. There are fewer people in the room, fewer wasted words, and more attention on the sentence that can change the direction of the conversation. At this level, your income can support a more impressive life, better travel, stronger investments, and the feeling that years of pressure have finally turned into visible status. But the deeper transformation is strategic vision. You no longer see money only as cash. You see money as leverage, timing, reputation, access, and optionality. The micro-truth of the 8th level is simple. The higher you rise on Wall Street, the less you are paid for effort, and the more you are paid for judgment. Level 9, Senior Responsibility. The 9th level begins near the top, where the view is impressive enough to make everything below feel smaller. You are now a senior figure sitting across from the people who control companies, capital, and long-term strategy. Your calendar is filled with private conversations, board discussions, client dinners, and decisions that can affect employees, investors, and the future of businesses. From the outside, this level looks like a rival. The suit is better, the address is better, the people around you are more powerful. But inside the room, the pressure becomes quieter and heavier. You understand that every recommendation has consequences. A wrong judgment can damage trust built over years. A careless word can weaken your reputation, and a decision made too quickly can move money in the wrong direction. This is not a dark collapse, it is a moment of maturity. You realize that being close to money does not automatically mean being free from pressure. The micro-truth of the 9th level is that success does not remove responsibility, intensifies it. Level 10, Real Control. The 10th level begins when you stop chasing Wall Street as a symbol and start understanding it as a system. You have seen the first desk, the late nights, the client rooms, the bigger titles, the stronger network, and the kind of money that once felt unreal. But your greatest asset is not the office, the income, or the title. It is control. You can read the markets without being hypnotized by them. You can respect money without worshiping it. You can build wealth without allowing your identity to become attached to every promotion, deal, or room you enter. At this final level, your life looks more selective, but also more controlled. You choose your relationships carefully. You protect your time seriously. You understand that reputation is a form of capital, discipline is a form of freedom, and financial knowledge is powerful only when it improves the way you live. The final truth is clear. Rising on Wall Street is not about making more money. It is about becoming the kind of person who can carry more responsibility, think more strategically, and manage power without being controlled by it. Because real success is not only reaching the top, real success is reaching the level where you can manage your money, your career, and your life with awareness. This was only the first step into the world of money and power. If you want to walk this path, subscribe to our channel and join us.